And I'm curious to see if they'll be able to pull it off, or honestly, or you know, they're gonna.
Yeah, they got a long way to go because Sephiroth is better than most of the damn 80 carries.
Yeah,
and he's a fucking tank.
This nigga's god tier. He's OP. He's still OP. I don't know if they passed him or not.
I remember you was being concerned too when we first played Monolith behind the scenes about Twin Blast being OP. He's really not.
Not even.
He can be viable in the right hands, but he's still a high skill character in my opinion.
Most of the time, that's risky. Like even for me, and I think I'm pretty good at the game. I don't always go off with this, man.
With Murdoch, it's like every hit it counts. It does a lot of damage. But with Twin Blast, every hit does not do a lot of damage. But he shoots fast, so it's about having good aim. And if you don't have good aim, then he's not very good.
I'm about to lose this tower.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, we'll see. I think they got, in my mind, at most, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt up to maybe June or maybe just the end of this year. But I'd say I definitely agree. Like I'd say if by the end of this year, it's not like it's not up to snuff in like quality. I would say like doesn't feel like a quality
like holiday season.
Yeah, then I would honestly be like, yo, I'm sorry, I can't support this. Like it's just like, what's going on, dude? Like you guys have it a whole other year, and I'm hoping that. I don't know. I hope by June. And that's not even saying like if they like.
I hope they have on a calendar.
Hope you invite us again to Epic.
I hope they have like a date that they mark down for retail version that they want to be.
Like I have a feeling like the game is supposed to retail this year. Like I'm almost positive their dev cycles. I think so. Monolith threw them off. Like I'm almost positive near the end of last year, or like right now was when they were gonna get ready. Oh, it's definitely free. They were about to prepare to go to like actually like retail version. I'm betting the whole Monolith map threw off their development cycle, and now they're like behind probably that they're trying to catch up. Sure. Epic, if anybody in here, if y'all from Epic, dog, we gotta pull up.
Make that shit better, dog.
We need to talk to you. Like let's talk, dog. Like some real talk. Like we ain't going to
nigga. I got that good shit.
We're not gonna cherry what is it? Cherry coat it.
Sugar coat it.
Sugar coat it. Why did I say cherry? Yeah, sugar coat it. We'll keep it real with you, but that's only because it's out of, like you said, it's out of love. We really want you to do it.
I was really hoping this nigga would pull up for a gank, and now it's like, bro, what is you doing?
You think they'll ever add voice chat?
I doubt it. That was something Arctic said straight up, like they don't want to do because it just adds.
It'd be too toxic.
Yeah, it adds.
I promise you, I'd be toxic.
Look at Overwatch.
I'd be toxic.
Voice chat's absolutely necessary in Overwatch, but the problem is like as you know, when somebody gets tilted, it just turns into a shit fest. Yeah, the only exception is like when you play in higher elos, obviously like no one's gonna shit talk because everybody wants to win. So like everybody's like trying to like not tilt anybody.
I tried to voice my concerns about the towers on the Reddit, and some guy told me there's nothing wrong with the towers. Pretty much.
Yeah, welcome.
And like I know they're heavy in those Reddits. I know they're heavy in the Reddit because I see them posting in there all the time. So it's like that's why I always bring it up. Like I feel like they need to stay out that fucking Reddit.
This is all good. It's all good. It's good. Growing pains. I love it too. Like low key, like in a very fucked up way. I low key am like I get happy sometimes when like Epic fucks up because like I look at it as like when somebody else fucks up on a game instead of like me, that like it's a learning lesson for me. Like it's like, all right, don't do this. like it's easy ways to like improve yourself without like having to deal with the risk and problems of it and people hating your guts for it.
If they do another event, like I don't know, maybe if Arctic listen to you, like I would suggest to them like really take a look at who you're bringing out. Don't bring somebody out just because they play your game a lot. And they love it.
Arctic listened to that because like that was when me and Nomad went to the first one, right? Like I told you, I was like I straight up told Arctic, I was like afterwards, I told him I was like look at like what I did, what Nomad did, and what some other people did, and then look at all like probably half of the other people, and one of the biggest things I pushed was like network with these people, and I did that shit. Nomad remembers I was networking my ass off. I was like, what do you do on YouTube? Oh, true. All right, you guys say whatever it is. I didn't care what your sub count. That was like that girl that I was talking about was like a good example. I was like, yo, let's network. Let's do like a collab video on Paragon. So like graph our communities together, and it never happened because like she was more like situated with like a different game. And I was like, one of the biggest things is I understand you're trying to get new YouTubers out who are in that vein of like that genre,
they're trying to give small people chances, but
Yeah, and I love that. Like, I love that.
That's good, but you still got to vet
somebody else, right? But at the end of the day, like, you need to pick people that really gonna try to fuck with your game. And that's what you saw.
So the first time they picked people who weren't really
shout out to that. We got the tower.
In my opinion, the second time when we went,
the second time was definitely different. It was everybody who was a tryhard.
No. I was telling Nomad what I noticed is there were a lot of tryhards there, but they were on Epic's dick because I specifically remember when we were having like the little meetings in the lunchroom. It was only our group that was really criticizing the game. Nobody was asking about balancing. Everybody was asking when is Murdoch gonna get a new skin? Muriel doesn't get enough love. Like nobody was actually talking about how to improve the game. And like when I thought about it, I was like, yo, like some of those people don't need to be flown out anymore.
And you know what's funny? That's funny because actually the first group that like half of them weren't actually interested, they were asking tough questions. Like that was the thing. Like they were saying, is it going to be pay to win? How are you guys going to handle the monetization? Like they were asking like the tough shit. And then like I agree, like this one was like a complete polar opposite. It was more like community fun cosmetics and all that fun cool stuff. And I was like, all right, that's cool. And they showed us a little like, you know, we can't talk about, you know, the little idea. I know what you're talking about. Right. That thing that's something cool I want to see, but I got a feeling they scrapped it or it's definitely like far, like we're not going to see that for a while. But like they did the card crafting thing and they brought it and they actually brought it to the game, but it's different than what they showed us. Like it's not that little fun gambling aspect. Like now it's just like, oh, just break down cards and make new cards. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. But
it was just a little too lovey-dovey up in there to me. I don't remember anybody asking any hard questions when I was there besides us.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't recall.
And the funny part is, remember when I got into it with the dude from ESPN about like opportunity and shit?
Oh yeah.
Like when I was in the bathroom, one of the dudes that was there, he was like, "Yo, was that you that was going at it with the dude from ESPN about like a lack of opportunity?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, that was some real shit you were saying." He's like, "I'm glad that you spoke up." And I'm just in there thinking like,
"Well, I didn't know what." Yeah,
you got flown out by a company. You have an opportunity of a lifetime to express what you feel about a certain situation, and y'all just sit in the back and don't say shit, bro. Like I don't get it.
You know, like I seriously think, like I think it comes down to like I seriously think like actually like after watching a lot of his videos this week, I feel like we're like the Gary V's of gaming. Like we're the guys like when Gary V says that shit where he's like, yo, fuck the bullshit, dog. Tell me like what the fuck is up? Like what's wrong? What are you trying to do? Like I'm not trying to hear this like all these excuses and shit like that. Like what are you trying to do to fix the game? What are you like? This is what I think is wrong. This is what I think you need to do to improve. And it's out of love. It's like, yo, I'm trying to help you become a better person. But it's like I gotta hit you with the real talk, and I feel like that's the thing. Like you know, we'll give the real talk about it, but I think a lot of people they aren't wired that way. It's about that. Oh, when am I gonna get that next invite? Oh, I want to be invited again. I want them to like me. And I, you know, like Mooney was like, that's what I liked about Mooney. That's the reason I really fuck with Mooney. Is he's like Mooney, you can fuck with Mooney, like you can straight up like tell him like, you know, like this shit is trash and like that. And he'll like laugh it off, he'll crack at a joke and stuff, be like, yeah, I agree with you. And then he'll be like, but here's a serious point that I have to say. Like, you know, he's not gonna beat around the corner with you or play, you know, PR spin with you. He'll be like, yo, you know, I agree, I personally agree with you, but you know, we got to do this other thing and stuff like that. So. I think that's the thing I like about it. It's like I just like that they like to keep it real a lot of times, like with people. But I think they don't do that out of just because. They do it when they're pressured to. Like when somebody asks them something real, then it's like, all right, yeah, we'll be real with you real quick.
Yeah, this man, ESPN. Yeah, ESPN was there at Epic Games when we were a representative, and then somebody from Twitch is like, we got to ask them questions about
They were trying to do like a networking thing.
Yeah, like a networking thing. And like the dude from Twitch, he was making me mad because he was just saying basic generic stuff. You got to work really hard. You got to stream consistently. And so then it was like me and JG just got on him and the dude from ESPN. And I was like, that's bullshit. I was like, because I stream on the regular, I was like, I get 1,000, 2,000 viewers in the stream. I was like, I've never been on the homepage of Twitch. I was like, I go on the homepage of Twitch, I see a girl with fucking 20 viewers in her chat, not interacting with anybody. I was like, that's bullshit telling me I need to work hard. I was like, and then the dude from ESPN was like, well, he's like, you just got to work hard for your opportunity. I was like, well, how can I prove I can work hard if I don't get a chance to even do it?
I mean, you're already working hard.
Yeah, I mean, like, and then the dude from ESPN, he was like, I feel your passion. He's like, I like you. He took my business card or whatever, but never really amounted to anything. He took it. He's like, made an impression.
Yeah, he might have it somewhere. Just forget about it, and you know, it might pop up somewhere. And be like, oh, well, almost forgot about this.
I just get irritated when people do that shit. Like that, it's not certain things aren't black and white.
They dance around questions. That's the shit that irks me the most is when people they dance around questions. They don't just straight up give me an answer. Like that shit irks me the most.
I thought we were gonna get some gems. That's
shit.
why I was mad when they were doing the networking thing. I was like, I'm looking for them gems, and you just give.
But when we talked to them personally, then they started to fucking give us some like little hints and shit. But it's like.